Good morning, Libertyville Chiropractic. Dr. Steve Siegel here. So I'm drifting off last night and I get this text from Dr. Dan. Hello, fellas. Sorry to bother you on Easter weekend, but I was hoping someone could point me in to a recent study I seem to recall the results of demonstrating a significant reduction of chiropractic patients requiring spinal surgery. I have another meeting this week coming up as a member of the External Advisory Committee for Blue Cross Blue Shield, and I seem to recall hearing about this study but never read the details. Pretty certain it was published within the past few months. I'll look further into the literature. Was just kind of hoping that one of you guys could point me in the right direction and save me a little bit of time. Thanks, Dr. Dan. So that's how I drifted off last night. And so this morning he had this article right here. And what's so great about this article is chiropractic spinal manipulation is associated with a reduction in low back surgery. This is a hospital-based study, and what they did was they did a retrospective cohort study. The authors selected adult patients between 18 and 49 years old from 101 million patient records between 2012 and 2022. The patients with serious pathologies and urgent indications of surgery obviously were excluded from the study. Ultimately, the authors identified 5,785 patients who initially received chiropractic spinal manipulative therapy, and the same number of patients who received other forms of medical care for their low back pain. So what they did was, at 1 year follow-up, 1.5% of the patients in the chiropractic group had a discectomy versus 2.2% of the group who had other care. At 2 years follow-up, 1.9% of the patients in the chiropractic group had undergone discectomy compared to 2.4% of patients in the cohort group receiving other care. So this is what was great. This was the first study where they actually to examine whether chiropractic care is associated with a reduction in likelihood of discectomy. And this study is what the results were sharing. So thanks, Dr. Dan, for having me bring this back up, and now I have something to talk to the people about today. Libertyville Chiropractor, Dr. Steve Siegel, signing off. If you need to get hold of me, 847-778-3627. Call or text. Talk to you soon. Thank you so much.